We'll be married 5 years this September, and we'll have been together for 11 this June. Oh, wow. They have a 2-year-old named Avery and another one on the way. She did not swallow a watermelon. Sit back and enjoy as Jessica entertains us with her version of Married with Children. Jessica Stickle, Married with Children.
To bear with me with the slides, we attempted the PowerPoint, but it's a little funky. Good morning, or actually good evening, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed your wonderful dinner. Wasn't that just so nice at the conference to give us fillets and baked potatoes and dessert's on its way. So you just hang tight, you get entertained from me for a bit, and then your dessert will be coming right up. It is an honor to be here with all of you tonight and to share in this awesome experience together to rejuvenate and refresh our marriages. Healthy marriages are not only good for you and I, they are good for our children too. They protect us from mentally, physically, educational and social issues that could arise. However, a study was done 30 years ago that was stated in the Washington Post that there was a huge decline in marriage satisfaction once you had kids. Well, isn't this interesting? Because that is exactly what the American dream was supposed to be. Let's get married, let's have kids, and we'll live happily ever after. Well, what the heck? Our satisfaction declines when we have kids? This is against the grain. Well, interestingly enough, not only does our satisfaction decline, but so does the rate of divorce. So people actually stay together longer for the sake of children, but they're miserable.
Okay.
So at least we can be miserable together. My hope today is to change that around and give you some strategies so that not only you can live happily ever after, but that happily joyful piece will be just as large as the ever after. What happens is men typically will work more because they feel this need to provide for the family, and women typically go and put all of their energy into their children, ultimately creating frustration, guilt, and a distance between the two individuals. However, like I promised, I have a solution for you today. This is my family. We are the Stickles, and we, like was stated in my introduction, have been married for 5 years, together for 11, and we have been blessed with a beautiful boy who is full of agog all the time. A 2-year-old toddler, Avery, and he is so joyful. And today we're going to find some humor in just what Avery brought upon us. But before Avery, I want you to know that marriage was filled with laughter, and it was filled with free time. All sorts of things that allow two people to connect. Today we're going to reconnect together with ourselves and with our spouses, and we're going to find the value of just what brings us together. And that solution is in fact laughter. Couples who laugh together last together. And it's proven because our brain actually will synchronize with people we laugh with. So this means that you actually have to talk to your spouse, okay? The listener and the speaker relationship will synchronize when laughter is available, and it will actually emotionally attune you to be more on the same page. Therefore, this daily stressors in life will become easier when you can learn to laugh at your life instead of cry about it or complain about it. So today, folks, I would like to entertain you with some of the anecdotes from my own marriage. I will touch on 5 areas that we can transform, and hopefully you can find plenty of entertainment and joy out of our experiences and even some of our tears. So children, marriage is in fact a fairy tale, but it's just in reverse. You start out at a ball in a beautiful gown, and then you end up spending all of your time cleaning up after little people. Raise your hand if this seems to be true for you. Yes, I see some folks in the crowd that can absolutely relate to this. The first area I'm going to touch upon is communication. Now, before kids, we had all sorts of heart-to-hearts, and we would sit longingly looking at each other in a restaurant and talk about our life and our dreams. And well, that was my version. You could ask Angie, you might have a different version. But the point is, we had complete sentences, and we actually had eye contact. Like, I remember that he had blue eyes and curly hair, and I remembered all these nice features about him. However, after kids, what'd you say? What was that? I mean, what do I need to do? And kapoo? Who in here knows what a kapoo is? Come on, what's a kapoo? Any
Popsicle.
takers?
Popsicle.
Yeah, that's a popsicle, people. So not only do we not complete our sentences, but we now speak in a completely different language. So kapoo means popsicle, la-la means cracker. We have different songs that we have to sing throughout the day that sometimes we sing to each other. Pick up, everybody, everywhere. I mean, intimacy, come on, people, how is it not? Next, meal times. Before kids, we knew what the word appetizer meant, and even, I'll take a glass of your finest wine. And there was actually substance in our meals. There was like actual nutrients that would energize me. And now, after kids, can we get that? We're gonna pre-order. Can we get that on the stat? And then we'll pay for it right now. Can we just pay for it right off the bat? Great. 20 minutes later, we're out the door and ready to go home. It's the fastest $40 I ever spent. And like I stated, we have a whole new diet now. It consists of pabat, which is peanut butter, and lalas, which is crackers. And I'll be honest, before kids, I knew what a nice baked fish was. And now, I know what a baked fish is. It has a whole new meaning. It is a goldfish. And it does not have near the nutrients as it once did. Number 3, vacations. Oh, vacations. Oh, I'm just gonna sit back, relax, maybe bring my favorite book, enjoy the sights. Oh, and I actually had room to like spread out, whether I was in the car or at our place of lodging or on the beach. And now, entertainment. The car ride is not relaxing with a book. The car ride is, how many songs can we sing? How many puppet shows can we do? I don't even sit in the front seat anymore. I just sit in the back so that I can entertain Avery so that we don't have to listen to the background noise of crying. And space, come on people, what space? I mean, we have a car carrier now on top, and if you've noticed, I have not taken it off. It's from our summer vacation, but we find it works very nicely to keep there, because weekends we have to bring the stroller, we have the pack and play, and then the fold-up high chair for those lovely meal times. Everything is just a little different. Number 4, projects and chores. Before kids, we actually knew what it meant to focus on one thing at a time. We could write a list, and we could simply look at that list and attest for how much time we wanted to give each item, and that would actually happen. We would get to check off the list and complete things. And now, what was I doing again? Shoot. And as I said, we like to do a lot of picking up, and we do this several times a day. We do this after nap time, we do this in the morning, and when we're lucky, Avery gets to help us because, as I said, pretty a God child. He likes to discover all things, even his favorite, the broom and the mop. So I'm not going to stop him there. And lastly, leisure time. Before kids, gosh, I wonder, what am I going to do today? What am I going to fill this day with? And hobbies, I had them. I like to take pictures and actually do something with my pictures. And now, free time, what is that? All my free time is spent singing Beep Beep Dump and playing tractors and then picking up the tractors and the cars, and now we just got a water table, so that's very fun. That will keep us entertained for hours. And up here, this picture is him pointing, and that typically kind of sums up our sense of free time, right? They kind of guide us, and it's pretty enjoyable and adventurous always. In closing, I want to remind all of us that with kids, we may have lost our minds and time, but They have definitely filled our hearts with joy. And that's what it's all about, being filled with joy, so that we can sustain not only this healthy relationship for ourselves, because it's so important, but for the kids that we will continue to bring up in this world. Thank you so much for having me today, and may you lead with joy.